So today we're going to do a live Akashic reading using these beautiful card deck. Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle cards. On the day after Imbolc, this seems like a timely time to read one from one of these cards and to receive some light wisdom through the Akashic records streaming to you live here today. So if you're joining me live, then please give me a wave. If you're watching on recording, say hi, let me know where you're joining me from. And today we really are going to allow a little bit of light to return. As many of you know, if you're new to me and my world, please do say hello. And hit the follow button to be sure that you receive these weekly transmissions through the Akashic records and through some cards and one of my beautiful card decks. Hi from DR. You'll have to spell that out for me. What's DR? Hello to Sue. Return to Love Pod. I love that handle as well. It really has been not a very light-filled last week for much of Europe, and especially where we are here in Portugal. We have had terrible, terrible storms with some areas of Portugal, Dominican Republic. Thank you for that. My brain wasn't working fast enough for it. The Some areas of Portugal have been completely flattened with typhoons, and we escaped quite lightly, although our road did wash away. If you're not following our journey on in Portugal and creating a beautiful retreat space, please do follow at Quinta de Marecos .pt. It's also in my own bio. If you're not following me, Natasha Nicole Harris, please hit follow. So it stopped raining for a brief moment, which is a joy. And a bit of light has returned today. We've seen a little bit of sunshine returning. So how are you doing? For those of you that are joining me live and hit the and are watching the recording, how are you? What has been going on in your world? There has been some crazy, crazy energies, and it really is time to return some of the light, start to shine more of your light out into the world. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Natasha Nicole Harris. I work with the wisdom of the Akashic records to support you to stand in your power, to remember who you are, your sovereign, powerful self, to really return to the energies, the frequency of your soul, and embody those here in the here and now, in this third dimensional human reality that we have chosen for some strange, bizarre reason to walk in this existence. Now, while the world is in chaos and feels like it's in chaos, it is really important that we are part of that experience, but we can also shine our light. And for me, with the Akashic records really reflect to us who we are at soul level, our uniqueness, our unique light, who we truly are. My crown is tingling. Who we truly are at soul level, so that we can embody more of that here in the present moment, and we can stand in that power. So, as I usually do, if you feel you're in a space where you can do that, please just stop for a moment. Come into the present moment. This is the most powerful thing that we can do. This really is a powerful moment that we can stand in the present moment. This is where our power, our light, everything returns to us in the moment, where we can touch the wisdom of our soul and the infinite universe, but we can also engage, bring on board, allow our human aspects to be present, to breathe, to feel strong, to feel powerful, to feel connected, and to feel that light and allow that light to come flooding in. This is what we want. This is where we are able to do that. And so when we allow that, when we give that space, powerful things can happen. Infinite possibilities become available to us, but only when we are connected to the very present moment. When we have space to listen, to tune in, to connect with the wisdom of our soul, of the universe, of the bigger picture. So I invite you to take a few breaths, a few grounding, nourishing breaths, to remember that your feet are on the floor, that you are held by Mother Earth, that you are able to move. You are moving. Everything within you is moving. Nothing is completely still or static. So sometimes we can feel stuck, unable to move. But when we tap into the infinite possibilities, we also recognize that we are moving, that things are flowing through our bodies, that we are connected to this moment. And we can move further from here. When we're busy, distracted, lost in the world and the chaos of everything else, we're so disconnected from ourselves. We don't know in those moments which way to turn, what to do next. We react from a place of chaos. We respond to chaos. But when we can take a breath, even if it's for 20, 30, 40 seconds, we can respond from a place of stillness, a place of power, a place of choice. What are you choosing now? What do you want to allow light into? What area of your life do you want to allow light into? And I will pull a card. So if you feel comfortable, please share where you would like more light to enter your physical body and then to be shone out into your physical experience and your human experience. And what area of your life do you want to bring more light to? As you connect deeply, what are you guided to bring more light to right now, today, in this moment? And if you want to share it in the comments, then I will bring to you some wisdom from the cards. I will bring you some support, some guidance. My belonging. Tell me a little bit more about that return to love. What do you want to belong to? How do you want to belong? What does belonging mean to you? Just elaborate a little bit more on that and I'll pull a card. Anybody else would like to share something? What would you like to bring more light to in your life right now? What area of your life? Thank you for the hearts. So we're just going to pull a card. Just if you're thinking about it, then just pop it in the chat whenever you feel ready. And I'm going to pull this card here because it's just caught my attention as I was shuffling. Unbound. Unbound. Look at that beautiful, beautiful card. Sue says, my voice, share without fear. Feather spirit, intuitive. I love that too. Romantic love. Let's come to the channeling in a moment. Unbound, just tap into the energies, the light of the moon, bringing light to that. It says underneath, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So beautiful card for considering we are tapping into the wisdom of the Akashic records. So my belonging, let's start with that because this is what comes through from this card straight away, is you're not bound to anything. You belong where you want to belong, where you choose to belong. You're not fixed to anything. You get to choose where you want to belong. You get to choose and allow and to be free-spirited. And you belong anywhere you choose. You get to belong. You can walk away from the places that you don't feel you belong. And you can walk open-armed, arms outstretched into the places where you truly want to belong. We're free spirits. I call this in my Magic Maker course, instead of unbound, it's like untangled. We're tangled in so much of our old soul patterns, our old contracts, our past lives. We're tangled in a web, and we sort of like it binds us in that way. And it's time to untangle. It's time to free ourselves of what shackles us, what holds us back, what ties us down. I'm going to share something a little bit vulnerable with you today. I did write a post on it, but that felt a bit safer than saying this on live and it going out on the internet quite so widely. But this, we've had, as I said at the beginning, we've had so much rain. And this morning, I usually move my body. I'll go outside if I can, and I'll wrap up warm because it's winter and it's cold outside. And it was a moment of break in the rain. And I went outside and I was listening to my song, which, watch this space, we will be releasing this song very shortly, a channeled song, a very, very beautiful, potent song to really tap into and activate and awaken your own unique frequencies. Um, and it started to rain, but not just a little bit of rain, like big fat droplets of rain. And I just heard this voice, dance in the rain. I was like, oh my gosh, it's cold, everything's going to get soaked. And in that moment, I just decided to strip off and I danced naked outside in the rain for 5, 10 minutes. It was cold, but I was free. I felt unbound. I felt untethered. I felt untangled. It felt invigorating. And most of all, I felt alive. And I realized for the first time in my adult life, that's something I've never done. I've never danced naked in the rain, and it was so freeing. It was such a moment of this is what I was born with. Just me, nature, my skin. And I had such a sense of aliveness. And when we release those patterns, when we release generations, past lives, contracts, all the patterns that don't serve us, that stop us from being who we truly are, we feel free. We feel alive. We came here to have a life, to feel free, to feel unapologetically us. So I hope that helps in terms of belonging. Sue says, my voice, share without fear. That feels like throat chakra. How bound do you feel? Choked, stifled, disconnected from your voice. I was singing out loud this morning as I was dancing in the rain to my song. Use your voice in places where you feel safe, in the shower, use it, be unbound, allow your voice an outlet, whatever feels safe for you right now in this moment. You will, as you speak up, as you share, rather than journaling. Journaling is a very quiet, secretive, like inward expression. And I love journaling. There's nothing wrong with journaling. There's a time and place for that. But where our voice, where we feel stifled by fear to express ourselves, you need to, rather than journal quietly in a book that's secret, because usually we don't want people to speak it out loud, go somewhere quiet, just start whispering. Let the universe hear you, what you want to express, what you desire, what you want to manifest more of, what you want to create. It's time to be free. Allow your voice to be heard. The more you speak to yourself, the more you will have the courage to speak to others, to share your view without fear. What I've learned is not everyone's going to agree. People are not going to want to always be kind. People will give their opinions only too quickly. But will you allow one or two people who want to bound your voice, quieten your voice? Are you going to let them be the overarching say to all of the people that need to hear what you say and what you want to share? If the fear of one person overrules the joy of spreading your message to 10, I'll choose the 10. I'll walk with the fear and allow that. Romantic love. I hope that helps, Sue. Let me know in the comments. Oh, lots of comments. You're welcome. Just to belong, being unapologetic of who I am. Okay, so I just spoke to that. to be unapologetic. Great. Um, and there was one other, share my voice with that, romantic love. Who's binding you? Who's stopping you from shackling you? Who's shackling you from speaking, being who you are? How are you conforming to who you think you should be in romantic love? We can be anyone in a relationship now. We can be the fullest expression of ourselves, but how often do we not say what we truly think for fear of being rejected? You're welcome, Sue. We want to unbind ourselves. I feel like there's something in a past life that has come up that wants to be released now. And as we enter into the year of the fire horse in 15 days, 2 weeks, we are now really letting go of those last things that are keeping us stuck, keeping us bound, keeping us stuck in the old patterns that want to be released. And it's time to say, what do we choose now? How do you want to How do you want to be in a relationship now? What would be the most incredible relationship? How would you show up? Not who do you want? How do you want to show up? Who do you want to be in that relationship? What are the qualities that you bring? Are you embodying them all? Are you bound to certain conditions of how you should show up? This is where you get to be your fullest expression and someone gets to meet you in theirs. It's not always easy to do. It's not always easy to do. But now we are in this beautiful juncture in time where we say no more to the old, no more to the ways that bind me, and yes to the way I want to show up, who I want to be in that relationship. Yes, it has been really challenging to let go of my past relationship. Freedom in relation is how I want to be, to show up. Go do things that are free, that make you feel free. Like this morning. Now the rains have started, absolutely pouring. Go dance in the rain. Go do what makes you feel free. If I hadn't listened to that whisper from my soul this morning, dance in the rain, if I'd have gone, no, I'm going to get sick, I'm going to get ill, it's too cold. If my little voice in my shadows had like won, I wouldn't have known today what it felt to feel free. I wouldn't have had that tingling through every bone, every cell in my body. There was a memory that was woken up. Now, I'm very lucky. We live in the middle of 16 acres with no neighbours, so no one can see me, which is the beauty of it. But what's holding you back? What will give you freedom now to express yourself as free? Because you are free. It's simply an illusion. And I say this for myself as well. It's simply an illusion that we are bound by certain things, past lives, old ways of doing things, soul patterns, contracts. First, it starts with the recognition, the awareness that these things are holding you back in love, in health, in belonging, in showing up, speaking your voice. And are you going to listen to that? These old patterns are so done. They are so done. Labdihi Gada. Hello there. I have realized this lately and working on it. We're all working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But presence, I come back to what I started with. Presence will show you what is unbound. The fire horse is going to go quick. Things are speeding up. But in order for us to experience this speeding up, we have to create space by going slower. Where speed meets us, we don't chase it. We don't run after it. We don't work harder for it. we slow down with an openness to receive the speed, the quantum shifts, the quantum leaps, the more everything we desire, the relationships, the health, the well-being, the freedom. We don't have to be bound to them. Thank you for joining me. If anyone else has got anything else they would love to share, thank you for all your comments, your questions, your sharings. I love that. I love to channel. I'm usually here every Monday, 4 p.m. UK time, to share this wisdom, to bring you back to a moment of presence, to answer the things, the burning desires that you need a little bit of clarity on, a little bit of guidance on. If you're not following me, please hit follow. And if you're interested in having a Akashic reading, let me know. Send me a DM. If you'd love my free Akashic activation meditation, then type activation below and I will send it to you. Return to love. That was beautiful and amazing. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Come and join me again. And yeah, I'm so grateful for this community, this growing community. And send me a DM if you've got any questions, or type activation below and I will send you my free activation meditation to guide you back into the Akashic records and to meet the wisdom of your soul. And I will see you all again next week with much love. Bye for now.